So we've got it. It says waiting for Flamey. We are waiting no longer. We're going to give up on that hope. It's going to be Starix that goes in.
The flame has been extinguished. That's good, like that. Yeah, it's good, right? So yeah, it's going to be Starix stepping up, and it's a bit of a shame, but still, it's not like he's an outsider to the game. He has been in this lineup before. He is the current coach for the team as well, and he was actually one of the players that actually really stood out in Mirage. He was like actually made them really godlike on that map. So this could be an interesting series nonetheless. He's definitely not going to be a bad player, and probably the best choice they could have gone for. Whoa!
Oh, backflip! Oh, this is new.
We're just getting deeper on this all the time.
Next level. We haven't seen that so far. That's really good.
I just want to keep going. Can we just spectate the whole game like that?
Yeah, it looks like all 10 players on the server. Of course, Starix is going to be there, but don't take anything away from him. He can still
seems like Flamey. They're saying on the chat.
Flamey will play, so Starix or Flamey. Pick now. Dupree says they're getting impatient.
Pick now.
The warm-up plans.
Do it.
All right. Well, right now, as we see it, based on the overlay, Starix is in. But
Okay.
maybe Navi's just trying to use tactics to delay a little further. I imagine that Flamey's not home and was late returning from somewhere.
He's probably like 5 minutes down the road.
Starix just left.
Okay. So maybe they're just trying to buy their time as much as possible there. Delay it as much as they could and see if Flamey would make it. It seemed to have worked. So we will get the series we were promised. Full Navi versus full TSM. And this, all of a sudden, has got exciting once again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this actually brings things back in my favor, my predictions.
But I still do think I favor TSM on this matchup. I think TSM is the better team on Mirage. I do feel like also on Dust too. So.
Wow, he's straight in there.
There he is. Flamey's here. The flame has not been extinguished. It's been rekindled.
It's back.
It's back.
Brighter than ever. Well,
wow, we'll find out if it is.
Well, this is the thing. Wherever he's come from, he's not going to be warmed up at least. So he might be coming into his first map pretty cold,
but sometimes when you're late, I'm the guy that does this like psychological thing every time to counter out your logical argument. This is going to be me doing one of those things.
Okay. So
when he's late, maybe he's in traffic or he's like going to drive home quickly. So he's like, oh, I got to make it home for the match. I got to make it. They're waiting for me. I got to get there. Your adrenaline's already flowing. So maybe he'll just come into it with his adrenaline level way higher than everyone else.
Interesting look at things. I just think purely the fact he's jumping onto the server cold. And
I know you're being logical, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just trying to create a converse story.
The sensationalist journalist inside you was trying to get something going there. But it looks like we will get the game everyone wanted, and everyone who did bet on Navi will probably
rejoice.
Yeah, feeling a little bit more at ease now. Definitely does work in our favour. The game we all wanted is going to happen. But I'm sure we'll be going underway very shortly. But I still, obviously I gave my prediction based on Starix. I still do favour TSM in this. They're going to be starting on the CT side of Mirage as well. We talked about how good Karrigan can be and how strong their mid holds are, which is a very important part of the map. But it doesn't matter sometimes if Guardian is hitting all his shots. It doesn't really matter how good you are. He will find a way to take you down. So definitely going to be a fun one to watch. Pistol rounds, obviously going to be important here. If Navi can get pistol, get some momentum rolling, get a few rounds on the board, maybe get the first gun round as well, depending on the TSM response in terms of their force buys. No reason why they can't get a really decent T half posted as well. It looks like we are going into this one. 5 seconds remaining until it drops.
Wow.
Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, it's going to be TSM starting out on that CT side where this is Navi's map choice. We'll see if that favors them, if they can get a desired start. Navi, meanwhile, what's the call going to be? We've got armor on 4. We've got 1 flashbang. Actually, I take that back. We've got 1 smoke grenade. And in my overlay, I can't quite tell. It looks like those are decoys, not flash grenades. And in fact, they are. They're tossed toward middle. Nix is the one that's waiting in B.
Yep, Karrigan with a lot of early information, but really aggressive middle. Getting picked off, though.
Picked off. So Guardian with the first kill, falling off that underpass now. He'll have noted that there was players in that position, and on the death cam, I'm sure that he would have saw them run back up the stairs. So they should still know that they are in those B apartments.
Well, you see the CTs haven't got any presence to A whatsoever. They are pretty certain as to what's going on. Seized will be at the top of middle here, but Cajun has got his crosshair locked on him. He's aware of what's going on. He's in a very difficult situation. You have to assume now they're going to explode into B any second.
Yep, Seized just being a distraction here.
Looks It is going to be Zipnik's eventually coming under fire. Not able to win the duel. Guardian picking up his second, knocks down Cajun B, but Dupree's arrived. One already. Needs to be aware that his teammate's getting pushed. Looks to that direction, but leaves himself exposed, so falls back after not hitting the initial shot, and that's the right call, because Zeus, who goes to peek him in return, goes down, and Dupree, he's bringing this round back for his team, but unfortunately, he can't do it alone, and Device couldn't do much to help. It's going to be Na'Vi with the first.
So we talked about Flamey coming into the server cold, but he wins the 2 vital frags and gets in the pistol round in the bag. So Guardian going down pretty early on in the middle there. We talked about, Guardian getting the opening pick onto Carrigan, and then the response coming back from TSM looked like they had a fighting chance to get back into that, but the retake was not meant to be, and Navi do take the first round. You can see Edward now with the MAC-10, and 3 players heading towards A, and the stack coming from the CTs onto the A site in the lower area.
So the stack doesn't pay off. Kerrigan, well, that scout shot's definitely going to help. Bye-bye, Flamey. Now it's been extinguished. And Zeus will get Device, though, coming in, and they know now that there is at least more than 2 on A. There's the third, and Kerrigan again, so it's looking good for TSM now. They still need to go on this A site. Bomb's been dropped on the main stairs, and Cajun B winning against Seized from quite a distance with that pistol leaves just Edward. And I'm afraid to say we are staring at an eco.
Well, what can you even say?
Yeah, I mean, when you go 1 by 1 like this, you were just asking for trouble. Basically, just walking up on A from all different angles.
And Edward surprisingly nailed that jump, so he got through there a little bit quicker. And Kerrigan was hoping, and the scout didn't hit that shot when he was crouched in. That time it does. 9 HP left. He's managed to bring this back to a 1-on-2 with 2 kills already with that MAC-10.
CTs have got the bomb, though, towards the T-spawn area, utilizing the smoke grenade they had. Edward with 30 seconds on the clock. He needs to work out how he's going to get this bomb, plant it, and lock down 2 CTs as well. Even if he kills Dupree, he's not going to have much chance of winning the round here.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, right? Once the bomb was spotted out, Dupree just has to stabilize, secure. That's what he's done. Now push around the corner, and Cajun's even further back and takes it quite easily. So TSM, an impressive result. The stack on A, that was definitely the right call.
Honestly, if you want to go A directly on the T side on the second round, when you know a lot of teams are force buying, you want to buy the machine guns, like, you know, Ingrams or whatever, and then get a lot of Molotovs, a lot of smokes and flashes, and make sure you can flash your opponents out before you actually commit there. Now they just went 1 by 1, got picked off, Carrigan with the scout headshot, Dupree got the pick on slope and everywhere, and it just fell apart.
So we can see the response from Navi now. 5 players towards A, Zeus in Palace. There is smoke grenades bought. They will be doing the full wall of smoke play and then planting the bomb. And this looks like they're going straight in now.
This is a play they go to so often. We'll see if it works. Zeus is going to be the one that's coming out of Palace. Bomb's going to go from A main, so it still has to cross into the open, and it's gone already. Kerrigan spotted Seized. Now, quickly recovered. There are 3 other players in that position. But it's still important that Kerrigan found that opening pick. As Dupree gets even closer into the bomb site. Flamey gone again. Guardian has the bomb. He's still on the A stairs. Hasn't even found a way to enter. So even if they just want to try and get money out of this round, they're making it hard for themselves. Smoke still prohibits Device's vision. Bomb dropped yet again as he finds Guardian up on top of Tetris. Kerrigan finds Edward, who got the only late kill after the initial smokes went out for Na'Vi. It's 2-1 for TSM.
Yep, didn't get the bomb down in that situation either. So now this is going to be an almost throwaway round for them. They won't be having an AWP going into the next round, at least from Guardian. Edward has got a decent supply of cash. He didn't invest too heavily to the round, but let's see what happens here. This is when TeamSoloMid can really generate some cash together. I just want to make sure they don't drop any men here. But that execution onto A didn't really lead to much. No bomb getting planted. But this time, full pistols. They got 5 grenades, interesting enough. So maybe they're going to be nading towards that van area in the B bomb site and trying to get that first kill and then get onto the bomb site. Let's see what they do here.
Well, they've got the 5 inside the apartments right now. Kerrigan, though, look at his position. He's already pushed up mid. Now, does he rotate all the way around Horseshoe and toward A to get information? Because if he goes back right now, and he got the call. Okay, as soon as the nades came out, he's gone back into the apartments, but the action's still going on in front of Zipix, who's taken down 2. Cajun's got the initial pick. Still has the angle to find more, but Guardian, good response. Zipix was a little low. It's just Guardian remaining, though, and there it is. Kerrigan will arrive, and Device, actually, oddly enough, picked up the kill instead.
Yep, the headsheet's not amounting to much. They got 2 kills though on the entrance to the site. Again, not getting the bomb down is going to deny them of the AWP this round. So it will be 5 AK-47s. But this is what I was talking about. TSM with the dual AWPs now. We talked about how deadly this can be, and if they got a decent start, they would be rolling this. Be very hard to penetrate. What can Navi do? Sorry, to actually get past this force field? He knows it's going to be so strong against them.
Kerrigan going for this pick toward connector this time. So showing the alternate angle and the double op already in play for Cajun B as well.
A lot of respect for Navi here for TSM middle control. They're taking it really slow when approaching towards middle.
Flamey's just waiting in T-spawn for another push. TSM, they've been looking aggressive. They're going to rotate 4 over toward A side. Cajun's actually going to head toward market just because that window's smoked off. Kerrigan gone down to 1 HP, has to rotate to CT stairs. So you said it, Natsu, that they were going slow and giving respect to middle. Well, they've won over the position at the very least now, so how do they utilize it? It looks like it's going to be a B split because Flamey's got the bomb inside the apartments, but Cajun B's aggressively on the balcony, is able to spot him and drop it. Now they've got more information as Kerrigan's also going to get Guardian, so both ops coming in with early picks. And Zipic's going to hold on at the catwalk. This is a good response. Dupree's also gone all the way around from A once that call was made, so he's inside the back of apartments. The only way through is down the underpass and back out middle, and that's now going to be given up as Device finds Edward. Zeus does find Device, which does mean A's open because the last remaining player was Kerrigan, 1 HP. Zeezed easily able to pick that up, but his support system and Zeus is dropped down by Zipix, and now Seized has to go aggressive on the hunt. And can't even get that far. Cajun B with the final kill.
So Kerrigan, even getting taken down to 1 HP, did what he had to do that round, found that 1 frag, and they won't have the double upset at this time of passing it back to Kerrigan, but that's not going to be a problem this round. They know the economy is going to be very low for Navi. No bomb planter for them once again. They're back to the pistols now, so they know they can have this round, stay far back, and potentially invest next round depending if someone dies. But again, the HE's being bought for Navi, no armor on them, no smokes either, so looks like they're going for some mid control this time, and I'm not sure this will work out for them.
Short smoke.
Yeah, strike into middle.
It's a viable strategy, actually, to throw those nades there. I've seen it work.
Zeus is going to look to be apartments into the underpass, give an alternate approach to this mid, which does have 3 players now infesting it. And those players looking to do damage onto Dupree as he goes down to 55. This throws a flashbang. Either way, he'll wait for them to push forward. They are. He'll spot the foot, or did he? I'm not 100% sure. Now he does. Absolutely that time, but Flamey's there to slide out, get the response kill. Dupree down as his Device means that things are looking awkward on A, and a Guardian, excellent shot. Kerrigan only able to pick up 1 as they cross over with that op. Cajun B, luckily, will take down Seas just before his vision was deterred. But as you just point out, Henry, the bomb is all the way back toward Horseshoe, so Zeus has to go the long way to get it. And that means slowing things down as Guardian's already in A, but can't really do much with it.
Yeah, even after they got those vital frags, unable to capitalize, time ticking away, and the bomb will make its way onto the A side.
It may work in their advantage, though, because look at Zipix. He's gone back over to B, questioning why haven't they shown up yet on A. So it does mean this is basically a 2-on-1 situation against Cajun B, who is also holding passively, waiting for that plant. Now he knows it's on A. Zipix heads toward the ladder. Now approaching jungle. Zeus going to come around the corner against him as Guardians found Cajun B. It's left to Zeus to find Zipix, who's made his way up connector. Guardians headed out of the site already. Is Zeus going to spot and realize this? Because Zipix does have a kit, and Guardian, yeah, he's coming back just in case. As Zeus made the call, so no ninja possible. Zipix will get 1 kill, but he's already on his horse and out of there.
Yeah, that's a round I didn't expect Navi to get into whatsoever, but as soon as they got that 1 dig onto the AWP player, that was it. As soon as Guardian gets that orb down, I think them allowing to plant as well was a big problem for them.
Yeah, and also Seized got a huge kill on A. He just crept up from the apartments after the initial push to connector happened, so his timing on how he killed the guy on A was really nice, and that basically opened up the A side together with that deagle kill.
I think if they would have been playing more on short and then CT spawn, at least they'd have had the potential to pin to the side a little bit more. Cajun B being so passive in spawn really did let them down, but now we reset. Guardian has got the AWP and will be challenging Kerrigan in the mid area.
Kerrigan's actually going to fall off window and go toward connector for a different approach, passive approach as well. He's not even going to peek toward middle. With that op, we'll look at the underpass and we'll have company. Meanwhile, we're looking at Edward. And there it is. Kerrigan goes down to that AK, so the op's already dropped. And Edward continues to push up now onto catwalk. A smoke in connector means his back will be secure. He can try and getting toward that ladder and take over window control. Device will be the man opposing that. Luckily, the vent not broken, but the barrel exposed. Edward looking through it. There's no time to react to the noise trigger, and Device goes down, leaving just 3 remaining now for TSM. Luckily, Dupree's going to make the situation a little better. But it looks to be a B split again with Seized with Bomb in apartments. The other three all working up catwalk in tandem, and it only takes one to take down Zipix. Guardian finding Dupree. It's left to Cajun B.
Yeah, really clean picks from Navi there. Zeus and Edward opening up the round. And that last one, the force buy they won, was a really game-defining moment because this is going to knock TSM onto an eco now. And their economy, just like that, is looking so strong for them at 4-1. And 2 minutes later, you can see how much this has affected them. Cajun being the last man remaining there, just trying to save whatever he can. Maybe take down Edward in the process here as he waits for him.
I think that was a great example of methodical Counter-Strike where you just try to clean areas and try to get the picks together. 2 picks early on really cost a mayhem going on, and then going into the 3 unit through short B to get the kill on Sipnix.
Sure.
Then a Guardian up and down the 8 guy, and then Devices alone not being able to do anything really. So really slow, picky style like we see from Navi quite often as well.
And they're going to take Bomb and lead toward the underpass. They've got Zeus inside mid already and Flamey just passively waiting toward the A stairs. They'll take a peek, Guardian will, toward the B apartments in case there's any early aggression. Give them a free pick, but ultimately, well, they get it. It is going to be Zipix that's still up on the balcony. I was about to say ultimately or not, they're getting the aggression in mid to give themselves options, but they may just go B after that shot from Guardian.
Look at the patience from Navi though. They got the first 2 picks and they're still just waiting.
And I do realize now that there is a rotation that's come in, but it pays off. Seized, takes down Kerrigan. That'll give them a free B site. Does Device even attempt to do any damage? He may have Edwards back exposed. Does shot CZ75. Run fast and get the gun. Is he going to win the duel? It nearly did go his way, and Flamey comes out on top. 4-4.
So this is a really interesting part of the game now. TSM won't be able to get the AWPs out, or even one for that. So they're going to go 5 rifles. We talked about them having some very mid-aggression tactics, like pushing up together, trying to get an early frag. This would probably be a good time for them to do it. They haven't got the utility to hold off the Ts towards the later stages of the round, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the early aggression and tried to get 1 frag at least before falling backwards. Seems like they will just be doing a standard 2-1-2 setup. No real aggression being shown here, so Navi just going to be feeding out and seeing what they're presenting to the round.
Guardian, man, you talked about how aggressive he'll get with this op. He's going to peek toward jungle, although, as we saw, Device is immediately to his right, so if he misses a first shot on jungle, he won't be able to spot Device. Instead, he's patient and covers the angle. Device still, though, gets immediately onto him. And there was Zeus there to be able to try and support Guardian, but he was a little bit far back. So when Guardian took that first op shot, they didn't switcheroo and get the shot. Switcheroo, what a cheesy word.
The old switcheroo. There we go then, 5-on-4 situation. Device managing to get that first initial frag there, so desperately needed, but it's knocked Navi onto the back foot.
Yeah, there's 3 guys towards A side, which is Navi's target right now. That could be a problem.
Dupree's about to get a little bit hot and sweaty down underneath of patio. Gets up on top of the bricks as a response. He can see through the gap there, but movement limited. Instead, as soon as the flames extinguish, he'll get back into a more mobile position. If he throws out this flash, which he does, he can try and go for a peek, but they put another Molotov in front of him, so he can't actually get out to Tetris. Not only that, he's given up his position, so he's got to be extra careful managing to dodge a flash, but Seized comes out and already had his sights firmly focused on the corner. Kerrigan tries to make a response, but Navi, again, just covering every single angle and knowing Device would look over top of that smoke. The only way he could see from CT stairs. Seized will take down Kerrigan. Cajun still has a chance here for the backstab as he's gone for the flank, but he's spotted up. Flamey sees him coming and Seized. What a shot.
Flamey just going nuts there. It felt to me like there was not a lot of chance for Navi to win that round until Flamey happened. Getting those 2 picks was huge.
Yeah, they had, 12 seconds left on the clock. It seemed like the contention there was completely going in the favor of the CTs, but Flamey, you can't really take him out of the game when he's doing shots like this second one especially. Bang, you're out, you've lost the round. Straight like that. You've allowed them to find a window into the bomb site, and that's it. This is where Navi can get some serious control now in terms of the economy. CTs once again going down to an eco, and Navi looking really strong right now. We talked about Flamey going to the server cold, but he looks hot as hell right now.
He's looking up to get some read on what's going on at B right now with the AK, spotting one jumping Zipix, but no headshot to respond.
Look at Flamey, he's already Tetris.
Pushed out an A. Device, meanwhile, is pushed through Palace. Has a chance to get him behind, but he's also going to have bigger problems. Zeus doesn't see him yet. They're coming back through T-spawn. Edward, meanwhile, taking down Cajun B, goes low on HP, and yeah, they knew Device was there. Flamey turning back around. And it's just left to Zipix, who's still over at B doing a dance with Seized. He's kept him there the entire round. Matter of time. Guardian's going to put the bomb down just to accelerate things. Zipix will go down eventually to Seized.
So after that, I think that's 5 rounds lost, maximum loss bonus coming in. So they will be able to get the AWPs out this time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the double up setup. There it is. Karrigan and Cajun B once again. So this time we saw Cajun B going towards B apartments at the start. I think they want to be doing the similar sort of setup. It was just an unlucky round. They lost them that actually. It was at the forced buy. So there's no reason why they can't get the momentum back here. Guardian, of course, going to be AWPing himself, but we can see a lot of the players heading towards middle area. Pretty standard contention for them. Let's see if Karrigan can hold them off. Here comes the smoke into window. We'll lock him out of the round as well.
He can do nothing, so he has to sit back and wait. Does he even want to stay? Looks like he heads back through the vent over towards CT stairs, expecting that they'll be on A before he can do anything about it, so needs to find a better position, as Dupree instead will cover off connector. Device getting very aggressive toward the stairs, though. He's going to realize he flashes himself through. We're not quite seeing this, but that no one's there, so it should give an indication to Cajun B that there's going to be activity on that B site.
There it is. So the linchpin of Navi gets taken down. Karrigan wins that one.
Now the action will come in. Flamey's bringing that bomb. Edward and Zeus heading back over through Catwalk, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. Zipix gets the ladder kill. It is Seized to go down, and Zipix still has a lot of problems because no one's yet to arrive, but does win against Edward. That's going to make this more likely, but look what Zeus has done. He's come through market. He might just cut off the rotations, and with Zipix down, the 2-on-2, but Karrigan, good shot on Zeus. It brings this all back in TSM's favor, and Karrigan recovering the round. Might have been smoked out a window early, but he comes up big late.
Yeah, definitely recovering being the operative word there. Opening up the fragging onto Guardian as well. Such an important frag. They looked like it was going to be another pick session not going in their favor, but sitting on top of the ticket booth there, manages to find the angle, and 2 huge frags there from Karrigan as well, showing why we do rate him on this map so well as well. But that's going to be one of the AWPs dropped again. They will be forced buying back into it, so Cajun B will be picking up again, but Navi, after winning so many in a row, their money's not going to be affected too badly. We can see Seized there set on 10k. And I think that was the shot that defined that clutch, and Karrigan just playing that perfectly. There it is. Secures the round. So after losing 5 in a row, you want TSM to really step up and get some more momentum there.
Seized and Zeus, again, working together in toward those B apartments. Bomb dropped in T-spawn intentionally. Flamey's going to look, again, solo over toward that A site just to make sure there's going to be no push through from TSM, as Zeus, already in the underpass, will help out in middle with now Edward and Guardian. Alternate approaches. These double ops come back out, though. Again, the window smoke is always going to happen. It's going to prohibit Karrigan, so Cajun B tries to get aggressive on Catwalk. Can't get up there in the time. That might give him the chance to get kills, though, because this smoke, now he gets one on Seized. This smoke, I was going to say, was covering off that angle to Catwalk, so they wouldn't be able to spot them moving down, but they've gone passive and it works off. Device now going to find Guardian. Flamey, meanwhile, has worked his way solo into the A site. But there's the shot from Cajun B. I was going to say they might have the A site, but they don't have the bomb. Zeus managing to stay alive. Spotted, though. Cajun B sees him going back over. They know it's going to be on A. Zipix will slowly rotate. And Device is going over to T-spawn. He's going to realize this bomb is down. So as soon as... Oh, he didn't see it! He ducked at the wrong time, so Zeus got up and away, but he's going back that direction for whatever reason. A magnet that Device has.
Feels like Cajun hasn't been big of a factor before in this half on there. From B short, but this time around he got 2 or 3, even 3 picks from there, and look at this round just going fairly easily to TSM.
Well, this is the moment when Navi can probably fall back to the set pieces a lot more reliably. The fact they have the AWPs, if you can just smoke them out, shut them down, and get the bomb planted before they have a chance to retake, that's normally the most viable option you can do in this situation. That's exactly what they're going to do. You can see Navi now heading over 4 players towards the lower ramp area, Zeus up in Palace, and this is the perfect play. This means you can shut down the AWP players, get in, get the bomb down, and make things nice and easy for yourself.
And Navi looking like themselves, waiting things out. And when they'll go fast. But TSM, wise to that fact, need to put up some sort of wall, something to slow them down. And the Molotov goes out on A main. Device is guessed exactly correctly as that barbecue was lit below. Zeus just fires into the corner, and Device goes down as a result. That'll give Navi courage to push forward. They're also going to Molotov on Dupree's position, and the early picks going all Navi's way. Finally, something goes back to Cajun B, but it's traded by Guardian. And again, Na'Vi just looking dominant in this round. So quick and so coordinated on that execution. Kerrigan has to force, or is forced rather, to save that AWP. And Na'Vi gonna get 7.
That's one of those situations where you're doing an A smoke strat like that. Then you get stuck on that ramp when the Molotovs come in. Then it's all gonna be aim duels all across the map, and then they just saw Na'Vi players just come on top of those aim duels.
And that's why I'm considering becoming a coach as well, Natu, because I can read the game that well. I know what's going on. I think I could fill that role pretty well as well. That was a perfect play. That's exactly what you should be doing in that situation. As soon as the AWPs become such a factor for you and they're relying so heavily on the picks, take them out of the game and you get the bomb down. It's a very easy situation. But now the full eco coming in from TSM as well, so completely reset once again.
I like how you publicly announced that you're looking for it on stream so that everyone knows. Your resume has been announced. As Flamey will take down Kerrigan.
It's a bit easier to watching with the X-ray on.
I was gonna say the X-ray as well. I was totally thinking it.
I called that before the round had even started.
I felt like being nice, but my first thought was, yeah, you have X-ray. But Flamey's gonna take down Device. This gives again the round quite easily to Na'Vi, and it looks like 9-6 is gonna be our scoreline on the first half, potentially here, unless there is gonna be a response. There will be a buy coming out, but it's pretty shallow compared to what the buys TSM's been winning with. Those double ops not even close to available.
Well, at least one saving grace here for TSM. They haven't been force buying like VP were yesterday. There's no like max 7 scouts forcing every single issue you can. They are happy to take the ecos on the chin. They are aware how strong their terrorist side can be. But Na'Vi looking so formidable this half. Again, looking like they're setting up the A set piece once again, but they're going to run into a stack this time.
And this is a good read by TSM. Kerrigan is just fading off that a little bit, making sure that mid at least has ears on it, if not eyes, but now the execution will come. First late smoke's already gone on to A main, which means they've got to deploy a second one. That's more utilities down, but TSM, they're getting the kills. The pistol's working. KGB and Dupree each with one. Eventually Dupree found in that corner, but KGB's not. He's been able to pick up a rifle sense, and what a great round from him. 4 kills from KGB, and it makes it 8-7 when it looked like it was all going to be a 9-6.
That's the problem when you do those set pieces and there's a stack very close range as well. You just got to run into those crossfires. It's a perfect read from TSM. It went down exactly like that. And Na'Vi just running through, not expecting to have CTs there. So good recovery from TSM. 7 rounds on the board. That I think that should be enough, but it's definitely not a half they'll be satisfied with. Pistol going to be very important as they go into the T half now. Just having a quick look at their buy. They have got 3 sets of armor there. And a smoke grenade, 2 smoke grenades in fact. So you could expect to probably see either a B execute here or potentially the B fake onto a simple A take with a smoke onto CT spawn.
Can I just point out that apparently I'm a curse tonight because everyone that I've picked has been on the bottom of both games?
And that's why you're not a coach, and I am.
Okay then.
Wait, who do you coach?
Just some of the top teams.
Yeah, tier 1 UK.
Okay.
Shot going to go into Dupree. Not a lot of damage, but Kerrigan trying to come up from the underpass. Gets spotted out by Flamey and gets his head torn off. So Flamey's coming in pretty strong now in the second half if he can continue on in that fashion. As KGB, though, he's right back where he left off in the last round, picking up 2 kills, one of which was Flamey, and this will allow a bomb plant to go down for Xyp9x. Sees, though, getting Dupree means it's a 2 versus 2. Bombs planted open and completely able to be held from the A stairs, which is a very great position, in my opinion, to be able to control the peak. They've got to go so far if they want to take the fight to you. And that's just more time spent trying to win the duel and not getting the defuse, but they're on it. Zeus, just barely. Xyp9x closes out the round.
Yeah, that was so 50-50. It's such a difficult situation. The smoke goes down to the bomb. You've only got a Glock long range. You know you've got some damage to do there, but they find the shot there. The early headshot really helped them out, but ultimately, they do win that round, but of course, look at the buy from Na'Vi coming straight in there. 3 scouts bought, 2 deagles. This is going to be so hard to hold off, especially when they've got 2 UMPs here. They need to be very careful. Na'Vi felt this last half, but 3 scouts is going to be such a difficult prospect.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. So just to make note, both pistol rounds picked up by the terrorist side. Last time we did see the eco. What are the scouts going to do this time? It was a Kerrigan scout that made it possible in the first half. The Zeus scouts already smoked out of position. Flamey trying to utilize his position and the mechanic of jumping to get some information on the A stairs. Meanwhile, Kerrigan's got some information on Catwalk, but he's only got the UMP. Such his team's going to hit onto A, and that's where Flamey was waiting, as mentioned. And he so far hasn't been able to hit up the duel. In fact, lost a lot of HP, and it's going to be all TSM. Everybody, in fact, going down. They've avoided this potential death threat and seized. Yeah, gonna just run away with that one.
Yeah, the scout and CD spawn had to just hit these shots, but he didn't. Basically, that was it.
And that's how CS works sometimes. It's
Yeah.
just whoever hits their shots. It doesn't matter what tactic you're employing. If you're not aiming correctly, it's not going to happen for you. So TSM not actually taking much damage there at all, really. Only Carrigan getting one of the scout shots to the chest. It's going to be Siege remaining with the scout in hand. And I don't really fancy his chances here of even surviving. But he's in a pretty favourable position. They don't seem to be coming towards that area. But it seems like Carrigan is on the hunt. Yeah, he will be checking that area as well. So it's going to be a shot. Siege will survive. But that round not as impactful as I thought it would be. 3 scouts and Navi is always a scary prospect. But ultimately, that just means their CT size will be very difficult now. Because they're going to be going to that first gun round without the Guardian AWP.
Yeah, also not picking up kills on that round either. There's a problem when it comes to economy. It's going to build on TSM pretty easily.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Then 1 scout remaining when seized.
No surprise, he'll take it to mid, but smoked at the corner at least. Oh, did he spot the cross? There's a gap there. Not able to put a shot into it. And they're going to put nades on him in response. There's the smoke. And they definitely know that that's the only scout in play based on last round's buy. And Seas is going to get tagged up as well, so that scout's down to 45 HP. Stack on A otherwise, though, as Flamey, Edward, Zeus, and Guardian are all on that site. And TSM, by fate, by luck, have gone B and not even ran into it. Edward finds at least a kill on Kerrigan, but he'll make the call now. B should be open. They've rotated to market fast enough, but can they find the kills on the re-entry? Do they even bother with that scout still up? Deceased want it for yet another round? That's the question. Dupree's going to get in the corner and just wait it out. Smoke's off. There won't be much of an entry point at all. In fact, Dupree's going to take down Guardian before he can even get in. And Device is just waiting for some sort of trigger for his spawns, or rather his cue to get in on the action.
Navi just wants some exit kills here.
Yeah, they know how much damage they've done. Look at this. Dupree,
3
Cajun,
rifles, yeah.
Zipex very low as well. They'll just be trying to save those. They know the bomb's safe now. Very unlikely chances of them having kits. So if they can keep all 4 players alive, that'll be great for them. It's going to happen as well. CT's not really saving too much. UMP and 2 pistols, not really much to write home about, I'm afraid. But let's see how this round goes down. Obviously, one of the big ones here. If Navi lose this round, they'll be down to another eco, potentially 2, depending on how they approach this buy. Zeus keeping his UMP, so he does keep his economy around the 1500 mark. That could be important. So big round coming in. Something very fast potentially from TSM to be employed as well.
Cajun B heading into the apartments. Edward already checking from catwalk. No one directly inside the window this round. Op's not up on either side. Device going to get flashed in by Kerrigan. Leaves the bomb and takes the peek. Does Edward spot him? He take a shot toward him. Meanwhile, we've still got Guardian who's trying to scout out what's happening on A. Eventually, he'll get the call from Flamey, who's putting shots into Dupree that there is a bit of activity, so they'll have to put a presence over here. That'll decrease the activity in middle, so Edward's going to be under pressure when Cajun B comes from the underpass. Zeus still trying to play that swing position and help out. But more and more likely that it's going to be an A hit as Device is rotating back through T-spawn.
Yep, they just went for the early aggression towards mid and then set him for A play here.
Cajun B gets that pick on Zeus as well, so now mid's wide open because Seized and Edward have left themselves way in the back of the B site, but luckily Guardian's going to pick up 2. That's what he needed to do. In fact, he's got a 3rd and he stayed very efficient. His HP is still at 100. So excellent round from him. It means that Cajun B and Device have to come up big. Device plants the bomb, but gets spammed down by Guardian, who's looking for his 4th kill. Spots his head, can't hit it just yet. Molotov a little bit deep, perhaps thrown in a bit of a panic, in a rush to try and hold him in place. And as a result, Edward's able to jump on top of Cajun B. And Dupree, or rather, excuse me, Device, if he could pull this off, it would be remarkable because he's stuck in the corner, in behind the boxes. He manages to beat the duel against Guardian, but now he's got the AK of Edward, and that's going to be overwhelming. No kit. He looked around for one, too.
That's such a shame. I was about to say that's why we talk about Guardian being one of the best hybrid players. AWP and rifle play. Huge defense from him. But without the kits, the low equipment buy they had this round, very difficult to even have a chance of retaking.
I would say impressive by Device as well to stay alive that long.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. With low HP as well, he was playing it perfectly, just making sure that time is being wasted as much as possible. And there we go. It's 11-8 for TSM.
Huge round, considering the economy of the Navi side here. We can see that impressive play from Guardian. Wasn't enough, though. Just came down to the kid in the end. So they are actually going to be investing quite a lot this round. I'll say that's the AK going down, but...
And he was late getting there, too. Just based on spawn, he wasn't even in the window. They were already around the corner. Device is going to pick up Flamey, Dupree, Zeus, and Eco looking good. Guardians at least recovered the AK. Getting another kill with it, so 4 in the last 2. Would have been better if it was 4 in the last 1, as we saw the result of it, but Device closing it again. It's 12-8, TSM looking fairly comfortable, but here comes double op setup.
Triple.
Yeah.
Triple AWP. Hello. They mean business.
Going full ham.
So TSM haven't got a single AWP on their side. So this could be another huge
Quadruple op. Flamey, I was going to say he hadn't bought. Flamey was sitting on 5,700 until 1 second left in the buy time, so they talked about this as well.
Okay.
Desperation or just that's conceding at this point. Who knows if this works? Credit to them. So where do they play and how do they play this? Zeus is going to take his op immediately into Palace, stare down the hallway. Edward coming back down catwalk. It's going to go into B, and they're both gone. Dupree and Zipix combining.
What a ridiculous idea. I'm sorry.
I
But
know.
now what can you do now? You've got 3 AWPs. And
Not to mention
no
you
kits.
slaughter your economy for the next round, even though you have maximum loss round bonus. Guardian does at least pick up 1 on Kerrigan.
So that's the whole thing. As soon as you lose that first bomb site, the retake's not even a viable option for you now. You've got no utility, you've got no defuse kits. You can save 3 AWPs there, but that's all it's going to do for you. It's another round down the toilet, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go for a lot of all-in situations when you're playing with that op and really get up front. Make sure you're getting those first picks because retakes are not happening with 3-4 ops, right?
Yeah.
Well, they will get some decent exit kills and keep the guns alive, but now they're going to know exactly what they're going up against next round. I wouldn't be surprised if TSM just did their own execute this time. Just lock the AWPs out like we saw Navi do so well against TSM. But new round, the money's not too bad, obviously saving 3 AWPs, but Device will be picking up 1 himself.
18 kills for Cajun B leads the way. 17 for Guardian, not too far behind. 16 for Flamey, next best in the server. Watch out, because TSM's heading back to that B site yet again. Yeah, Kerrigan's already flashed over. The flashes are actually quick in place. He's going to go for that left click up close, but not going to happen, or rather right click, excuse me. Sees Edward getting the kills this time, so it goes the opposite way, and now Na'Vi have control of it with 3 kills before finally a response from TSM. It's Kerrigan that gets seized in there. His Device with the op taking down Zeus. Bomb's been dropped already in the site, so they have to commit to this. There's no second plan. That smoke allows Device to actually drop down in behind the van. They need to be aware of that, because now things have changed in terms of the positioning of Na'Vi as well. 2 inside the market, almost lining up. Device able to hit the first on Edward. Knows the second one's there. Goes, just misses the shot, but Kerrigan manages to come around. How has TSM pulled this back? Guardian now with 15 HP has to make this recovery, or they're going to be in a world of trouble with economy, as we already saw, and there it is.
Flamey had an absolute stinker of a round there. He just lost in that entire thing. Flashed his teammate and forcing him to die. Missed an absolute sitter of a shot as well. That all came down to him, I'm afraid. They had that round tied up, and he just had a horrible end round there. That was disgusting, almost.
A lack of crossfires, no synergy between how they were
flashed
positioned.
each other, and actually got his teammate fully blind, and he got taken out by Device there. He's just standing in the open, fully blind. But
Thumbs up for that. You done well, son. You done well.
That's the 14th round on the board, and it just gets worse.
Yep.
Zipix airstrike into the middle.
Yeah, he'd already done the initial damage, and then the nade finishing him off. Flamey, with the FAMAS, is able to take down Kerrigan. Again, the max round bonus allowing them to just continue to get guns out. I love that an auto sniper now in play. Let's just try everything. Zeus has got the lineup toward connector.
Next up is Mega.
Oh, but he's scoped in and doesn't see Cajun B. So that's gone already. Na'Vi looking forward to Dust 2 at this point. As TSM about to hit match point. As the bomb looking to get planted on the A site. Device will be the one who does the deed. Edward in the opposite side of that smoke puts a little bit of spray onto him, so Device doesn't hold the plant. Now sees getting Cajun B. There's a chance for this, and Dupree gets low on HP, can't hit the shot. And somehow it's back to just Device in 1-on-2. Has an op, but still electing to hold on to the Tech 9, perhaps expecting Edward to go for a push quicker rather than later. And when he peeks him, it's successful. Headshot indeed. Now, as he plant spotted in the cross, sees, knows exactly where he is. And does Device just take the fight? Looks like he will, and he's going to do it with the Tech 9, not even the op. In fact, give him the auto sniper. Watching again where Seized is playing, and Na'Vi pull it back.
Well, obviously a round they had to win there going into match point against TSM. Not going to be favourable, but after losing 4 men once again, the money still heavily favours TSM going into this. You can see them kind of considering their buy. They're not going to have the AWP, I don't think, whether they actually manage to save on there towards the end.
They should definitely just play really aggressively at
the
this
auto
point,
sniper,
Na'Vi.
okay.
They should like push middle.
Yeah, they have to, right? They've got absolutely nothing. No kits once again.
Yep.
This is
You can't just sit and wait for the attack to come because you have no nades to work with.
Let's see what they can do here. More slow play. Looks like the bomb's going to be over towards the A side, though. 2 players potentially causing some distractions. It's going to be Carrigan and Zipix. But there we go. That's the push we talked about. Not going to come to much because it goes a trade for trade. And that does favour the T's considering the buys they have right now. Seized, pushing into the B apartments, trying to get info. And actually will gain a lot of information there. So now the T's on the back foot slightly because they are unaware of this.
So what can the AKs do now from TSM? They want to
Look at
get up
Seized.
inside connector.
Look at Seized, he's right behind them.
But Seized has got behind him and does get the first kill. Zipix tries to get a response, doesn't. He did get the first, but that's not enough. Edward able to drop him down. It's left to Device. 1 versus 2. What's he going to do with a single smoke? Perhaps, yeah, throw and run to B. No surprise there. Or perhaps even just to middle, but try and keep Na'Vi in position. And Edward's going to go back out and over to B site. He's already rotating through that market position. So it's going to be a one-on-one when he arrives against an AK. And where he's running this, yeah, Edward absolutely hears him. No question about it. Hears him drop down. He's going to hear him go for the plant. He's going to hear him bleed out on the ground as well. So Na'Vi able to pick up another 14-10.
But still really low money for Na'Vi. So preferably they need to do a lot more aggressiveness here. That was the only way they could have won that round as well. He has these pushing B, and you have Flamey getting flashed down to A slope and getting that first pick. Even he got traded, but still.
Even though he got traded, he saw 2 or 3 terrorists there, which gave Seized clearance almost to go. You can push B apartments now. It's very unlikely they're there.
Yep.
He pushed all the way to T spawn, got that kill completely in the back. They weren't aware of it, so huge play ready from Flamey. And now all 5 terrorists heading towards the lower ramp here. They want to end this. They want to end it now. Simple set piece here with the Tech 9s, in fact. So they're looking to get the bomb down, but they make the first frag on the Flamey as well.
Auto sniper again for Zeus. Make it work maybe this time. He's in such a close position. Hits the first, looking for more. Does do damage on the first shot, but effectively goes down to Cajun B. And with Edwards smoked off, great chance for the plant, but he sprays at the exact spot where Cajun B was trying to place that bomb. So now Na'Vi have a great chance. Not to mention C's come back over and take down Zipix as well. And now TSM have to recover it. They do. Match point and potentially just enough to get over the edge because the economy was starting to dwindle away.
Yep, definitely. So even a force buy made Navi look a little bit silly there. Getting caught in between boxes with an auto sniper, that's definitely not ideal. Managed to get the first frag, but that's normally ever you're going to get with a sniper rifle in that position. Got caught. A little bit of a surprise there, but we can see the scout coming out now. 4 pistols for Navi. This should be over right now. Dupree looking like going for some early aggression on the A-ramp. What can you do with this?
Well, Kerrigan wants to get in toward connector. Doesn't quite see Guardian's pistol sticking forward. Zeus actually is going to get the kill before Guardian even gets spotted. So fight for survival right now on this eco. Force of what they could, I guess you could say. Take your pick on the words because it's very limited for the weapons they have. Nonetheless, they've got 2 picks. As Cajun B looking out from Palace. Guessing Guardian's going to go peeking. He does have the angle correct, but Guardian gets away with it. Zipnix is going to take the shot into Flamey, and Cajun B eating that nade. Only goes down to 63. Could have been a lot worse. And Guardian, though, with the AK, comes back up. We might have another round in the cards here. Unless TSM find a way to claw back a double difference. 4 versus 2 in the shot from Device. It's successful. That helps. And there's Zipnix. Now it's back to 2 versus 2, but quickly changed again as Zeus will take down Device. And Zipnix is trying to do it all himself. Manages to take down Zeus. And a flash over the top. Sees blinded up by it, but gets the shot off just before.
Yep, and they're clawing on somehow. But it doesn't mean much in this stage of the game. They know Navi's money is very low, and the Tech 9 round worked out so well for them last time. No reason why they can't do that again. They probably can't justify a full buy here. They've got a couple of players with quite high money, but it's going to be 3 AKs, 2 pistols as well, but they have got the smokes to play with. 2 players heading towards A. Maybe they'll try and fake out the A smoke play here, but it seems like they're going to be pretty spread out. CT's not doing anything particularly special here, and P90 in the hands of Flamey as well.
So Zeus waiting for an entry. Cajun B looking for an aggressive push. Which one's going to be the better position, the better gamble? Flamey going to bounce that flash over toward the A stairs, allow Zeus to go for the peek when they try and walk in, and Dupree, that would work because he's on the Tetris position already. He's able to dodge it, smoke comes out, and Dupree gets the duel. He actually takes down Flamey, but Zipnix was lost to Guardian just before that. And gone and potentially forgotten because this round might be behind them if Na'Vi are able to close this out. Zeus with 2, Cajun B only with 1. And now it's down to Device. 20 HP, and they know exactly where he's playing, not to mention that bomb is far from reach. I dare say we're going 15-12, and Na'Vi, despite some questionable buys, have managed to break the economy and pull this back to a lot more formidable situation.
Finally, they stabilize their economy at least, so they won't be up against the ropes straight away going into this round. It's going to be a bit of time to breathe here because TSM are going to be on fully geared by the looks of things. Dupree arriving with a deagle and armor, but the rest of the guys not investing too heavily into this whatsoever. So they'll just be looking to try and get the bomb down somewhere. You can see 4 players heading towards the mid area potentially here, just trying to contend at the start. See if they can get the one dig off. But the Guardian's going to be waiting for them. She gets headshot and taken down by Dupree. Great way to start it out.
Zeus catching Cajun B, trying to run for safety as he was low on HP after Guardian's initial shot. HP as a result on Dupree. But Kerrigan coming out. He's now low, but winning a duel. They've got a man advantage. I'll take it any day of the week. And seized, he'll take it right back as he finds Kerrigan. Same fate for Dupree. Leaving, again, just Device and Zipnix. 2 versus 2, and they haven't been able to recover any of the rifles they've knocked to the ground because they're so far back. And I like this early rotation. They know they've gone back to Horseshoe. There's a chance they could actually still go A, but yet they're going to read correctly that it might be on B, as Zipnix slowly getting closer to the entry point of those apartments. As I say it, though, Device is going to catch Na'Vi trying to gamble and go back over to an open A site, so bomb plant at the very least. Still no guns recovered, though. That might be an issue.
Well, the fact they've got that one player distracting, Zipix played that really well, actually. He's baited over 2 CTs there. Bomb should go down. This may be a difficult retake, you know. We have got Flamey in a decent position to come back, but the call's going to be made now. How's Zipix going to react to this and get the rotation kills?
And Flamey will have spotted Device heading over to CT spawn, so they know exactly where one player is already, these post plants, but Device is going to try and get clever and head in toward window room by way of the vent. Meanwhile, Zipnix, who's rotated over, he was the man that held them. It's coming out from Palace. They're going to put a smoke on this. Is Flamey going to hold? He's still on top of it. Do they find him in it? They do manage to, and TSM, what a way to close it.
What a crazy way to close it. Oh, now they're going to be disappointed with that after clawing so many rounds back. What a disappointing finish to that one, but great inventive play there at the end, especially Zipex causing such a great and viable distraction as well. They really did take the bait there, getting the bomb down situation. He went all the way back through T-spawn as well. Difficult call to make as well, like, oh, is this worth it? Am I going to be too late? Comes back, gets the kill through the smoke, and shuts the round down. So very impressive last round from him.
And at the end, I think the smoke was more in favor of Zipnix than
yeah,
the
they took
CTs.
away the vision, right?
Yeah, so there we go.
I would have liked to have seen that diffuse timer. It was at least 3 seconds, if not more, before he found him in that smoke, though. Did Zipnix on that first kill.
But that's Tech 9, so.
Yeah, there you go. Mini SMG. That's impressive. I mean, to win it in that fashion, they still had a few more rounds to work with. Obviously, they were on that 15th round for, I think, 6 match points total. It took them about 3.
Yeah, I felt like TSM threw away a few rounds, especially the one where, like, Na'Vi had basically nothing. TSM went too much 1-by-1, getting picked apart instead of doing something together.
They got a little bit carried away, I feel like, in some situations. Like, even when you could tell just looking at their amount of rounds and the buys that had previously been counted, you knew they're going to be low money. But they were facing positions 1-by-1, getting taken down. Someone would try and go and recover that situation and get taken down as well. And that's why they got themselves in that kind of deficit of so many rounds in a row. But ultimately, I think that result was inevitable considering what we saw in the first 7 rounds or so.
Well, we'll take a look at the scoreboard. TSM, steal Mirage. Natsu, you said that was highly possible, that you actually thought they were the better team on it, despite that it was Navi's choice. And it's Cajun B who leads the way on 23 kills, but that's a pretty even scoreboard when you really look at it.
Everyone's stepping up at some point.
You can call that a team effort.
Yeah. Everyone on the server having a pretty decent game, to be fair. That's why it was pretty close towards the end. Everyone had some big moments.
Pretty indicative, though, perhaps, of the result. that the entry kills, the first, well, not necessarily entry, but first kills in the round nonetheless for TSM outweigh that of Na'Vi, and that might have been just the difference maker in it. As we'll look at the heat map as well, and this should be dead even. See if there was any interesting play styles, more mid perhaps from one team than the other. That's pretty similar, a little more towards jungle, I guess, for Na'Vi, but otherwise not too different. B, a lot less presence from TSM. Though,
yeah, exactly. So
when I look
Na'Vi
up
work
there.
in the B area a lot more. They were showing a lot more pressure. I think that they were isolating Zipex quite a lot onto that site. He was getting taken down, not necessarily a lot, but he was definitely an entry frag. It was just the recoveries from TSM. They were able to retake that site quite a lot. But, of course, shall we have a look at the MVP? Who do you think it is after that very close
I
scoreboard?
say Cajun.
Yeah?
You say...
I think C's, maybe, potentially, depending on what it is.
You didn't go with it. I say Cajun, you say B.
Oh, is that a thing?
Cajun.
Is that a thing I should be aware of?
Thank you.
I didn't realize it either.
That was from the Katowice comms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Cajun B, especially on their CT side, he was struggling in the beginning. To be honest, I think he's ability or more lack of ability to be helping the mid control from short B just didn't work. So towards the end, though, he was becoming more impactful, especially when he got the secondary op going for him.
So
yeah. All right. Well, we'll take a look at some individual rounds that actually created some pretty interesting storylines. So the first one, Henry, round 25, and this was when Flamey definitely came up big. They're saying our bad.
Yeah, there's the
TSM smoke strategy. Here we go. Okay, so round 25, TSM smoke.
Yeah, basically, this is their classic A strat where they smoke off every single position. We see Flamey pushing up, getting flashed down, actually. But TSM being clever and being able to trade that kill right away.
It's a Tech 9 buy as well, just to point out. So they actually get onto the bomb site, knock him down on the Tech 9 kills, and this is so effective sometimes. There were some AKs. It was more than I thought. I thought it was a full Tech 9 buy.
Then it goes down to a lot of trade kills going on. But it's just the way TSM attacks us one way, as we can see from this perspective pretty well, actually. It goes down to a 2-on-2, but still TSM comes out on top. It's just the way they do this is very impressive. They do it as a one wave instead of going in too much individually. Give them the chance to revenge kill every single time when they so someone gets killed.
Good smoke executions.
This is when he didn't have the kit, right? So it came down to that situation.
Yeah, that's right. Guardian actually got the 3K there. That was what made that round that interesting, was the fact that even though the execution was there, Guardian was almost able to shut it down solo.
Okay. Do we get to look at my round as well? Is that not coming?
I don't know. I thought you selected round 22 or 23. I guess I've got to buy some time. They're bringing it up. We'll take a peek at it, but do you want to preface it at all?
It was just the round where Flamey seemed to have a moment of madness, unfortunately. It wasn't so much the mid round stuff. It's just the play towards B at the end. This one, I think they had all the AWPs picked up. Actually, he missed an absolute sitter of a shot, and then actually ended up flashing his teammate as well. And that's what actually gave Device a free kill onto the site, and ultimately lost them around. So I'm not sure how much in depth we'll see from Flamey's POV, but that's what I wanted to look at.
That flash actually went too far.
Yeah. That was totally missed.
But
still, he got 2 kills.
You see this round open up really nicely for them. And then all of a sudden, I think it does go wrong. It doesn't look like it does right now. This is where it opens up. Okay. So this round, it should have been tied up completely. TSM shouldn't be able to look into this. But at this moment, Flamey, the guy dropped down. There's a shot that's missed here. It's an absolute sitter of a shot. The AWP shot gets missed now. And you can see that's Flamey in the kitchen area now. A flashbang he does completely blinds his own teammate. And then that gives away the kill to Device. So let's see how that one goes down. Where's the flash come through the window? I think he does it.
If we see it from that angle, well, there it is. Edward went down, and then
Flamey. I don't think we saw the flashbang, but that was the one. Flamey bounced one off the kitchen window, essentially, and fully blinded his teammate.
I want to go back to that seized flash. I know it's a minor point, but for anyone who's trying to learn that quick little right-click flash, it works from the opposite side of the doorway just because there's more depth into the wall. So it's actually a really clever flash if it drops in the right spot, but obviously that time, Seized didn't even utilize it. Good thing, because it didn't land. He fell off instead, but yeah.
Oh, big round.
Small note.
Needless to say, they got the first, 2 or 3 kills and then still lost the round. So difficult times for them, but that's map 1 over.
Map 1 over, and it does go to TSM, so I'm kind of a little weary of my prediction now.
We go to Dust 2 next as well, which
it could be.
I'm pretty comfortable with my prediction right now.
Yeah, me too. What did you say, 2-1 in favor of
Na'Vi? I was James Deaning it, all right? I went Rebel without a cause. I went for Na'Vi 2-1. If they picked up Mirage, I still maintain that was entirely possible.
I think you were Krusty the clowning it, to be honest.
Oh.
But there we go.
I'll show you, Krusty. All right, let's go to a break. We'll be back. Map 2 coming up.
Guardian getting the opening pick onto Carrigan, and then the response coming back from TSM looked like they had a fighting chance to get back into that, but the retake was not meant to be, and Navi do take the first round. You can see Edward now with the MAC-10, and 3 players in. Let's see what happens here. This is when TeamSoloMid can really generate some cash together. I just want to make sure they don't drop any men here.
As soon as the nades came out, he's gone back into the apartment, focused on the corner. Kerrigan tries to make a response, but Navi again just covering every single angle.
Too bad. You can see C's there set on 10k, and I think that was the shot that defined that clutch, and Carrigan is playing it perfectly. There it is. That was a perfect play. That's exactly what you should be doing in that situation. But as soon as the AWPs become such a factor for you and they're relying so heavy on the picks.
And not getting the defuse, but they're on it. Zeus, just barely. Zipix closes out the round.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, also not to get kills on that round either. It's a problem when it comes to economy. It's going to build on TSM pretty easily. There we go. It's 11-8 for TSM.
Huge round. Considering the economy of the Navi side here, we see that. I mean business.
Going full ham.
So TSM haven't got a single